Hey, what's good everyone? Welcome to Ice Rink Diaries, local Iceman here. As you can see on the soccer side, we gotta do a little field turf repair today. So we got as part of the field, it's starting to separate at the seams. It's starting to pull away from where it was glued onto from a vacuum. So we're gonna have to vacuum that little part out, cut a section of field turf, some scrap that we have, glue it in there, and then pack some more sand and rubber on top. So, and I'll show you the process of that and how I do that. And at the end, we'll rake it and make it level and hopefully good as new. All right, so here we go. I already kind of dug out some of the rubber was in there. I went and got the vacuum, and I got a piece of field turf that I had cut out from a previous patch job. So as you see here, the field has these big long seams all the way down. I think they're about every 12 feet you have another seam. And you can see here's another seam right here. So I guess I have really no comment about why they're coming apart. I don't know, I didn't install it. I'm not really an expert on this. I just have to repair stuff and do the best I can. Before we do the repair, I want to show you a section of field turf so we kind of know what we're looking at. So here's the matting that these little fibers are just kind of poked through. And these are, and I believe this is 1.25 inch turf. And what happens is the first layer is sand. And then after, I don't know, halfway of sand. And sand is what gives the weight and most of the rigidity. And the rubber is what gives the cushion. So I heard what they do is they stack the bottom with sand. Then there's a rubber sand mix. Then on top they lay rubber, and rubber is what gives the cushion. So how this is glued together is that there's this, they give me this section of all this so I can do repairs myself. There's this backing here, like a tar paper, I guess. And they use a hot tar to glue both these sections of field turf to. I just have some liquid nails, construction adhesive I'm going to use. So what we need to do, basically to repair this, is vacuum out all the sand rubber, get it down to this sheeting right here, then cut a piece out that fits in here, glue it down, we'll put a board and some weight on it, let it sit for most of the day, and then come back later in the afternoon and we'll put some sand down and do a sand rubber mix and rubber on top and rake it level with the rest of the field. All right, let's vacuum this out and then we'll cut a piece of field turf and glue it in. All right, we got it vacuumed out. I shook a little bit the sides to get some more field turf out after I size it, because we're going to be sticking this piece of field turf in and out. I'll do one more last vacuum before I stick some glue in there. So the next step is to kind of cut this to size. It's a little bit big, so I'm going to trim some of the edges off. A little virtual reality cut and matting. It's always easier to cut it this way because you're cutting, between these things, but cutting it this way is a little hard. I don't get too happy in there with that cut. Yeah, it's looking nice. I'm gonna have to trim a little more off. Seams here, and I got a little bit, I think I gotta trim off right here. So I'm just gonna keep it in here and just kind of cut along it as I go. If I had a third hand, I'd show you guys that. And I want to have some of these fibers on the edge. So let's go ahead and pull this thing out, do one more vacuuming, and vacuum all this loose stuff up. Then we'll lay some glue down there. All right, we're all set. I got my weights on the side, my board I'm going to lay across the seam. Glue is ready, so let's get at it. We're definitely going to apply a liberal amount of this. Even field turf, this is what they recommended me to use. I'm sure there's better glues I could buy. But for the money, I guess, this is not bad. Apparently, this is still under warranty, so I believe Mark's going to give him a call about this. I'm just going to put some on the back side here, as much as I can. And let's go ahead and lay this down in there. Add a little more at the end here. Take the pressure off this. Still let squirt glue out. Just gonna work this glue in. I'm going to switch views around here so I can put this board on. All right, so let's lay this board on right here. Put my weight on here. Put the other weight on here too. Alright, it's just before 8 o'clock right now, so I'm going to let the field set probably until 1:45. That'll give me enough time to get things done before my 2:45 cut. Other than putting stuff away, what we're going to have to do is get a couple of buckets of sand, a couple of buckets of rubber in the rake. Then we'll pack it down with some sand and we'll rake it, put some sand rubber mix on it, then we'll kind of rake it some more. We got to make sure the fibers are staying up as we put the sand and rubber down, so we got to make sure we rake it as we go. All right, we'll check back with you guys later. All right, with the magic of editing, we're back. It's about 2 o'clock. We got some sappy music playing. That's what it looks like. I'm a little hesitant to pull up on it because it may still be a little wet. The next step is going to be to lay some sand down. Again, the sand gives it the weight. Then we'll rake it, get these fibers to stand up a little bit, and then we'll stick sand rubber mix. Then we'll finish with rubber on top. Unfortunately, my sand's a little frozen right now. I got a small pile of sand out and back that used to be a big one, now it's a small one, and it's got done snowing, so I guess there's some moisture in the sand and it froze. Don't fret. We have a small bucket of sand here we'll use. And this looks like the good sand, not the cheap sand. So just gonna spread it out, try to get these fibers to stand up. Brought my rake here. There we go. It's always good to pull towards you. You try to go backwards, the rake just skips. I'm trying not to rake across this way to pull the section up. I'm just trying to even it out going like this. Still got a little sand left in here, so I'm gonna mix some rubber with it. Spread on top there. Trying to get the fibers to stand up here a little bit too. Just finish it off with a layer of rubber right here. And again, the rubber gives it its cushion, and the sand gives it the weight. This is what the field kind of looks like when it's brand new. It's nice fibers, but after a while the fibers get pushed down and broken apart a little bit and ripped apart. There, I'll throw a little more rubber down there. All right, not perfect, but it's a nice patch. You're not gonna get your ankle rolling in there anymore. You got some rigidity right there. Get you a close up here look. You got some gaps here. We gotta still kind of work the field up here a little bit more. There you go. See, not bad at all. Can't even tell a little bit, but it's a good job. Good job, guys. I'm just gonna snip some of these little fibers off that came from the under matting, and we'll call it the wrap. Looking good. You still see some of the rubber there, but as they play at night, it'll spread it out and you won't see it as much. You still see the seam, but as they play on it, it'll mesh together. And thanks for watching. Like the local ice band says, but on the soccer side, stay cool.